guys, welcome to the Oracle of Lilith. My name is Amy and it's so good to have you. I hope you're doing well. Today I'm doing a pick a card all about the messages the ancestors have for you today. So if this is your first time to my channel, hi, hello, how are you? It's so good to have you. I hope you will consider subscribing to my channel and becoming a member of my tribe. If you're a returning subscriber, hey guys, what's up? How are you? It's always good to connect with your energy, and I truly appreciate you guys being here. So keep in mind, this is a general reading. It's a general session, so take what resonates and leave the rest behind. I do offer personal and private readings and sessions. All that information and my social media is down in my description box below. So your psychic linking object is going to be these 3 decks here, and I'm going to hold up the backs of them so you can kind of see which deck you're drawn to. So the first group is going to be the True Love Oracle deck. I love this deck. There's so many wonderful messages that come through. The second deck is a new deck. This was donated by a subscriber. This is the Empaths Oracle deck. It's got a lot of really cool energy. And the third group is another new deck. This is the Metaphysical Cannabis deck, and that's going to be group 3. I will include a little video with some backing music so you guys can take a moment and see which group you're drawn to. If you're drawn to more than one group, there's probably more than one message here for you. And with that said, I'll see you beautiful magical creatures on the other side. Bye, guys. Hey group 1, all of you that were drawn to the True Love Oracle deck, let's see what the ancestors have to say to you. So keep in mind, this is a general reading. It's a general session. Take what resonates and leave the rest behind. I do offer personal and private readings and sessions. All that information is down in my description box below. All right, I'm going to start off with 3 cards from the True Love Oracle deck. Okay, 3 cards. I'm feeling this one. These two, I'm going to take them. Okay, feels good. We have reparenting yourself. Aw, you guys. I just got really sad. I feel like you guys have some sadness going on. Luminosity. Yeah, I feel like you guys are going through something. I feel a lot of sorrow. I feel some loss, worthiness. You guys are having issues feeling worthy. I think there's been some people in your life that have made you feel unworthy of like having true connections, real relationships. I feel fear here of having relationships with people. And it's not just romantic. Like, I feel this is like just normal, everyday relationships with people. Okay. I feel like this situation has made you gun shy. This could go all the way back to when you were a child. And your ancestors are talking about, they're starting to talk to me about reparenting, that this is where you need to go. You need to go to the place where you begin to really reparent yourself. Reparent yourself means that not only do you allow yourself to be a child sometimes and enjoy life and blow bubbles or play video games or whatever it is, but you also do the hard things for yourself, like taking care of yourself, going to the doctor, eating well, right? Eating where you feel good, taking vitamins, getting enough sleep, those kind of things. It's about learning to, it feels like almost like you're activating like an operating program where you're reparenting yourself, you're learning how to take care of yourself, and you're taking better care of yourself. There's something about like your physical care. They want you to start thinking about yourself more as your own parent. And if you had a child, or if you already have children, and you make sure they bathe and they eat well and they sleep and they have playtime and they have work time and they have a balanced life. And I feel like your ancestors want you to have a more balanced life. I understand how difficult this can be when you have trauma, okay? Because first of all, you have this issue with worthiness. And maybe you feel like you're not worthy of that care deep down. Maybe that is a shadow aspect coming forward, that you feel like you're not worthy of this compassion. I feel like you judge yourself harshly. Some of you guys may have had some substance abuse issues and you judge yourself for that. Understand that the root of that comes from childhood, the lack. I feel like your root chakra, I feel like there's fractures in it, but the fractures are big. It's almost like there's been an earthquake in your root chakra, and it feels it feels a lot shattered. Okay, so you may have a hard time finding security. You may have a hard time grounding your energy. You may feel like you always are fighting like to feel better or get some kind of dopamine response in your brain going, because all the good chemicals have been burnt up by all the trauma you've been through. And I feel like your guides, your ancestors are coming forward and saying that reparenting yourself is a way to get a lot of those things you need: the order, the happiness, the balance, being able to not necessarily control the sorrow and sadness, but to care for yourself when you're in the midst of that. Coping mechanisms. Some of you guys may be thinking about going to therapy, and I think that might be really good for you guys. We have sacred woman. You are sacred. Your life is sacred. You're important. You matter. Okay, your health matters. If you are having health problems, please go get some help. Mental health problems, if you feel guided, if you need it, go get help. Okay, that's what professionals are there for. And I've seen a lot of doctors on my journey of like healing trauma and things like that. I've sought a lot of people to help me, because truly it's very hard to heal in isolation without anybody else helping you. Okay. But you can do it, but it's very difficult. And I feel like for you, there's something here with this reparenting about letting people love you, letting people in, letting people hold you close, letting people show your worthiness, letting people know, letting people show you how magnificent you are. Like, look at this card here. Look at luminosity. Look at the energy just coming off of you. You're a beacon of light. And sometimes when beacons are born, they're born in absolute darkness. It helps them shine, and it's hard. It's a hard ass life. It's tough. It's cruel. I feel that, and I understand this. I understand this. There's a whole I'm hearing like life isn't fair. Life hasn't been fair to me, Amy. I've been through a lot of stuff. Listen, I understand. I got dealt the same hand, and life can be difficult. It can be cruel. But also on the other side of that are the good things about life. And I feel like it's time for you to experience more of the good things. Now, I know that can be hard in certain circumstances, but it starts slowly. It starts with little steps, I was so, and I'm just talking from my experience to share it with you in hopes that it helps you in some way. When I was in bed, I was bedbound, I was very sick, I was very weak. And honestly, I hadn't felt anything good in a very long time. I didn't even know what I wanted to do, like spend my time doing. I was so disassociated and so sick that I didn't even know what I enjoyed anymore. I don't know. Honestly, I look back at all the years I was in bed and I don't know what I did. I don't know what I spent my time doing other than worrying about how to get out of bed, worrying about dying or being unalive, worrying about things. So I feel like it is hard to get out of some densities, but it's not impossible. And what I did to help me is I started figuring out the things I liked, whether it be like, I still like Reese's, so I'm going to eat those. I started drinking more water. I feel like you guys need to drink more water. Water helps your body. Your body needs to stay pretty hydrated. I have joint issues, so I have to drink a lot of water. It lubricates your joints. It helps your skin. It helps move energy. So I feel like for you, drinking water would really help you. Drink, a normal what you should for your body. Don't overdrink it because you can overdo it too. And I also feel like bathing in like Epsom salt baths or special baths, whatever resonates with you, would be helpful as well. We have spiritual maturity. That's where you're going. You're reparenting yourself and you're going to reach. Look at this eye, this illuminated eye. And it's a pathway, but it feels like a tower. It's almost like you're having to work the tower of your life, the big tower. And a big tower for me can very much be about trauma. Something that you have to, whatever it is, something you've had to deal with on a regular basis, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, either, or physically. You've had to disassociate from something to not feel. So you've had to cut parts of yourself off, and it can leave you feeling not worthy of having good things, of enjoying your life. So, if all you do right now is figure out that what kind of creamer you really like in your coffee, and you give yourself 10 minutes every day to sit down and enjoy it, just focus on the pleasure of that, enjoying it. Often we speed through our life and we don't take time to slow down and enjoy the taste of a strawberry. Literally, things like that can help bring you back to life. It did me. I had to slow down and I had to enjoy. I always chose things that I thought, like when we went to eat, I chose the easiest thing. When I bought clothes, I bought the most reasonable thing. I didn't really think about buying things for myself that made me feel good or brought me joy. It was more about like what did the job so I can move on and take care of other people and neglect myself more. And I spent my life really neglecting myself to the point where it ended up I collapsed. I ignored my health issues and things like that. So please pay attention to the things you need. You have to honor your needs, and that helps you begin to heal the issues you may have about feeling worthy of good things. You deserve good things because you're alive and your heart beats in your chest. Okay? You don't have to work or earn them. You deserve them because you're a human being. And many of you have had your dignity, your human dignity violated, your will violated. So on some level, you may not feel exactly human. I understand this. I feel a lot of shame and sorrow with this group. And I feel like, learning to self-parent, giving yourself time to enjoy some things in life will really, really help you heal. And they'll bring you a lot of contentment and hope. So I'm going to move into a different deck. I'm going to pull from the Beyond Lemuria deck. We're going to get some more messages here for you. Tell me more about group 1, ancestors. For some of you, like, this may not resonate, but I have to say it. Some of you guys have like ancestors, like Atlantean ancestors, Lemurian ancestry. And what I'm feeling is like a spiritual type of DNA. It feels like light DNA within your DNA code. Okay, let me get a few cards here for group 1. Tell me more about group 1. What is going on? Okay, we have fire, Solaris Sublime. Okay. This, see the eyes here? Like, this is consciousness. This is impassioned consciousness. Focus. This is someone who is on fire, blazing. And I feel like right now your energy doesn't feel, it feels like a smolder. Like, I'm seeing a phoenix. It's like you've been reduced to ashes, and the ashes are smoldering, and you kind of are not sure what's next. That, like, yeah, you've worked through things to a degree, you've done this, but you haven't taken the step forward where you have started to self-parent yourself, like take care of yourself, do good things for yourself. And the ancestors want you to know that on the other side of this, when you start taking better care of yourself, when you start meeting your needs, you will grow in the knowledge that you are more than worthy. You are deserving. There's nothing you have to earn. And as you do that, you will grow into this impassioned flame. You will feel passion. You will feel vitality. You will feel even virility. You will feel like regenerated. It will be very powerful, because what's happening is you're walking up the pathway of spiritual maturity, and at the top here is ascension. It's knowledge, it's wisdom, and you'll be able to help other people with the knowledge you gain through going through this pathway. I don't feel like you're necessarily here. I feel like you're upwards, but there's clouds here. See, on this level there are clouds here, so it's not clear. You don't feel like it's clear. You still feel like, wow, that's a big climb up. I don't know if I can do it. There's a lot of doubt here as well. And I feel like the self-care and attention to self that you bring, understanding that your life is a sacred gift. It really is. You are a gift. Your experiences are gifts. And I know, as someone who has trauma, I don't mean your trauma is a gift. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying that your life is full of gifts in people, places, and experiences, okay? And sometimes we have to look for them. Just like in everything you've been through, everything you've suffered and endured, there is wisdom there that you can share with other people, okay? I feel a huge expansion of consciousness, expansion of your third eye, okay? Let me get a couple more cards for you. I'm feeling this one, honestly, and this one, the top two. So, okay, we have Soul Star Chakra merging with the divine. Okay, so I feel like, oh, I love this card. Just gaze into that beautiful card. I feel like what's happening is your connection with the divine, spirits, guides, ancestors is growing stronger, and you're going to feel less confused and more fire. It's like the clarity is coming through your third eye. Pay attention to your dreams, okay? And as you get clarity, it's like the phoenix catches fire, because you know where you're going. You know what's next. You may not know it in detail, but you know what's coming next for you. And we have gracious receptivity, okay? There's a lot of beautiful things coming to you, all right, because of this work. But some of the next pivotal steps are for you are you learning to take care of yourself, your physical vessel, your emotional vessel, parenting yourself. And it's hard. Sometimes, we could take really good care of ourselves, and then something happens and we kind of let it go, and then we get back on the horse and we do it again, and we just keep doing it again until taking care of ourselves becomes a normal and natural behavior. And we understand that by taking care of ourselves, we can truly give to others. We can let others in. It's also very healing, especially when you don't feel worthy of it. You are more than worthy, okay? I feel like you guys, your ancestors want to work with you more. So if you don't have an ancestor altar, make one. You can use whatever symbolic for your ancestors. And it doesn't have to be fancy. I'm hearing like just a candle or some incense or whatever you can do to kind of honor their presence and ask them to come in and help you. Be specific. I'm hearing like they need to be more specific. So if you're asking, be more specific about what you want them to do. That's going to require you to get this clarity. Okay, so start thinking of ways that you can help take care of yourself better. Start thinking of some ways that you can start finding out the things that you really do enjoy, not what people expect you to enjoy, not what you've made do with, but the things you really enjoy, and start doing those. It doesn't have to be anything big, it can be very small. Okay? All right, group one, that's what I got for you. I hope this resonated. If it did or it didn't, please leave me a comment in the comment section down below. I would love to hear from you guys. I hope you have a most beautiful day, and I'll see you, beautiful magical creatures, next time. Bye, guys. Hey, group two, all of you that selected the Empaths Oracle, this is going to be your reading all about the messages your ancestors have for you. Keep in mind, this is a general reading, it's a general session, so just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. All right, let's get 3 cards from this beautiful deck. This deck was donated by a subscriber, and I just love this deck so much. I'm so excited. So let's see what the ancestors have for you guys. Can I have 3 cards? You want that one? This one? And that one. Lots of water. Feeling a lot of water energy here. Okay. We have engaging with fear and doubt. Group 1 had a little bit of this energy too. Generating dynamic confidence. Boom. From fear is born confidence. Overcoming fear. Shielding, protecting, and grounding. All right, let's get some more energy from this deck. This is powerful, you guys. This engaging fears and doubts. Engaging with fears and doubts. Sorry. That's powerful. That's hard to do. It takes time. It takes energy. It takes patience. And it's terrifying. They're fears for a reason, right? And I feel like for some of you guys, there is deep, deep doubt. And instead of ignoring it, I feel like you guys have either started to kind of explore it or you're about to. Your ancestors want you to explore what your doubt is about, where it's coming from. Why do you feel undeserving? Why do you feel like you can't do this? Where is this coming from? And I feel like for a lot of you, it's because as a kid, you weren't nurtured. Like your dreams, your goals, your skills, your abilities, your gifts were not nurtured. So although I feel that you do have remarkable gifts, remarkable possibility, because of the baggage from your childhood, it's very difficult to be confident. Like you don't have a healthy sense of self and confidence. So it's hard for you. So what's happening is a lot of your fears, your doubts are bubbling to the surface, so that you can take a look at them and see what it's about. It's not just about you experiencing it again, like the pain of it. I feel that. I feel like you guys have been thinking about the past, about things that have happened, what you think you should have done, would have done, could have done, overthinking the past and feeling the failure of it, feeling the doubt, feeling the fears of it manifesting again. And it's not being brought back up for you to make you feel bad or to put you in pain, but for you to examine where it's coming from, the root of it. In order to understand that, you can't run from it. You must move into the doubt. And I feel like for some of you, you guys may try to distract yourself when you feel this, and I'm encouraging you to hold space to feel it. Write down how you feel. Record something and delete it about how you feel. But definitely there's an energy here of really needing to understand where your fears come from. And you can overcome this, okay? I'm feeling like it's important that you shield and protect and ground your energy. It's going to help you get clarity with this fear. And what I'm seeing is I'm seeing someone energetically being pounded with like meteorites. Like their energy just being pounded over and over. The meteorites, they feel like it's fear, it's doubt, For some of you guys, it's trauma. It's events in the past that were humiliating or belittling, that made you doubt if you could do things. And it's like it's made you afraid of reaching for the big accomplishments you want in your life. I feel like for some of you guys, there's something about your voice, like you're gifted, you're musical, you're a writer, you're creative. And that ability, it's not that it has stagnated, but the motion towards allowing that to burst forth. I'm literally seeing like a flower like blooming in light. Like there's a block to that because the flower hasn't been nurtured. It hasn't had enough sun. It hasn't had enough care. It hasn't had enough energy put into it for it to know that you're not just this little plant in the ground, but you're a flower, and you have to reach to the stars. You have to reach to the sun. You will grow into it. And I feel like the growth towards it never really happened because the energies around you didn't invest in your abilities. They didn't invest in you. So you need to shield your energy and protect your energy. If some of you guys have like a very critical parent, grandparent, auntie, someone who took care of you. I feel like for some of you, you grew up in a place that wasn't like mom and dad home, but like grandma home or auntie home or uncle home or cousin or something like that, or foster care, and you were not really treated like a member of the family. That may not resonate for all of you. It may have been you that you grew up with mom and dad, or mom or dad or whatever, but you just never felt like nurtured and cared for. You always felt like the odd person out. You might have been an only child as well, or there was definite favoritism. I've picked up on favoritism off and on today in the readings I've done. So, and I feel like, that's really deeply painful when you're not chosen, when you're not selected as the favorite. It's sad that favoritism exists, but it's really hurtful when it's not you, right? And let's just be honest, it sucks. It really does. It makes you wonder, why are you not good enough, right? And the fact is that you have to understand that was never about you or even the person that was being favorited. It was about the lack within the person doing it, their issues, So yeah, let's get some more cards here. We have examining self-identity. Ooh, powerful. That is exactly what you're doing. You are defining who you are, and that is a master number 22, okay? And many times for 22s, the first part of life is tough. And for 22, the goal is to see the challenge for 22 many times is a master number 22 person in numerology. And I feel like some of you guys resonate with this, whether you're a 22 or not. The first part of your life is almost like a test. It's like a challenge. Can you stay alive? Can you overcome all the shit you've been given? If you can, then later in life, you will ascend. You'll have ascension. You will have growth. You'll have dynamic stuff happen. You will be very creative, very successful, those kind of things. But first, you have to examine your self-identity, and you have to see where these fears and doubts are and where they come from. And you have to be willing to go into your darkness. And let's be honest, not everybody's willing to do that shit. It's not fun. It's painful. It is overwhelming. It is exhausting work. It is heavy lifting. It is for the courageous and the brave. And I count you among those people because I don't think you'd be listening to this if you weren't, okay? So courageously going into the shadow. If you haven't done shadow work or you haven't, gone into your fears and doubts, it may be time for you to do that because I feel like your ancestors want to release a block that you have towards this next step in your life where you get to experience good things. You get to have good people in your life who believe in you. And I feel like you need that. You need people who deeply love you and believe in you and are there for you. I don't feel like you've had a lot of that in your life. And you have such profound gifts to share. Some of you, there are skills that you need to develop, and that's part of defining, examining yourself identity and defining it, is going towards those things you're curious about. The power of curiosity is not spoken of enough. It has been vilified, okay? There's the old story about Eve and the tree and her curiosity. Curiosity is a sign of intelligence. It is the sign of like a mind who wonders and contemplates. So if you are curious about certain like art forms or magic or the occult or archaeology or science, whatever it is, go towards it as long as it's a positive thing, it feeds you and it's legal and all that good stuff, okay? That's what you want to go towards. Things that are healthy, things that feed your identity, things that help you know who you are. Because once you figure it out, and you know what? For me, for a lot of people, identity changes because we're constantly doing this. We're constantly examining our doubts and fears because we have so much because of the baggage from the first part of our life. We won't even talk about past lives here, but there's baggage from past lives as well. So it's a lot. It's a lot to deal with. And I feel like for you, before you came into this incarnation, your ancestors saying that this is something you wanted to do. You wanted to see if you could go from the very bottom to the very top of ascension, to see if you could master yourself in one lifetime. And I'm going to tell you, I've had other readings where this has come forward. This is not your first go at this particular lifetime, but it is the first lifetime that you've decided to do this work, that you have aligned to see this video, okay? And for many of you, you've been at this, and this is your validation that you changed the game. You changed the timeline when you started doing this work, okay? Definitely. And I feel a lot of really powerful angelic presence around you. I felt angels a lot here lately, and I think it's because of what's going on in the world. There is a need here for self-illumination and to understand your own internal universe. I feel like there's a fight here for you to get liberated. I feel the presence of Lilith coming forward. Lilith is a liberator. That's what she does. She helps you get free. And I'm going to tell you, after you get free of all your programming and patterning and all that stuff we get when we come in and we come into this realm, and what you do with it is your choice. There's no expectation of you towards her. The expectation is that you live in your truth. So that's the most important thing. Lilith is about becoming your most authentic voice, your most authentic self, whether it pisses people off or not. And sometimes she thinks it's pretty funny how people get mad about it when people really walk in their power. How could anybody get mad about it? You're being who you were born to be, who you were created to be without any mask. It's beautiful. It's tough, hard, heartbreaking work, but it's worth it. Every step of the way is worth it, okay? All right, let's get this card here. We have collision of beliefs, styles, attitudes, and energies, Storm Angel. Okay, so you fear judgment. You fear judgment. Okay, well, I understand this. I feared judgment, how people would see me my whole life when it came to my abilities and things like that. And, my spirituality and the fact that I'm a witch and things like that. I feared that people would judge me. And then I got to the point in my life where the mask I wore became so heavy, it led me down such a dark pathway that it almost created a situation where I was not here anymore. So the mask became the disease, it became the oppressor, and I had to rip it off. And part of ripping it off was discovering why I had to wear the mask in the first place. Then I had to discover who I really am. And I had to say, you know what? I would rather be who I am and not have people like me than wear this heavy ass mask that really is kind of a unalive sentence to wear. Sometimes you reach that point in your life where the collision no longer matters. It doesn't matter whether people don't like you or not. It doesn't matter if you end up alone, because the pain of staying someone else is more painful than the pain of coming out as who you really are and being judged harshly and people leaving you. Will everyone stay around? Probably not. Probably not, because the person they know isn't really who you are. It's projections. And these projections have been projected through a filter of fear and a filter of when we have bad experiences, we often learn how to make those bad experiences not happen by being appeasing, by wearing the masks that appeal to our abuser or our situation. So many times those of us who have been through this have to rip off the mask, and many times we don't know who we are. We really don't, and it takes a while. Sometimes it's just remembering who you are or who you were, so that you can see the things that you used to like, if you still like them, kind of thing. It is a process of self-examination. Let's get one more card here for you, group 2. We have winged seer. You see clearly. Clairvoyance. Okay, so you guys are gifted. We are the weirdos, mister. Hi. Hello. Hello, fellow weirdo. We're the weirdos. Okay, we're the ones that don't fit in. We're rebels. We are unique. A lot of us are artists. A lot of us are psychic. We write books. We ruffle feathers at work. We don't really care anymore. Not care. I'm just going to be honest here. We don't really give a fuck who judges us anymore, because we've already pretty much been as low as we possibly could. And once you're there and you understand, like, the blockage of vitality that happens when you live a life that is not your own, then you understand how important it is to live your truth. The people meant for you will come forward. The people who are your tribe are your real family. Sometimes family isn't your blood. It's just the way it is, honey. And I'm sorry, but it's true. It's something that I have had to deal with, 99.999% of my blood is not my family, okay? So I've had to let go of just about everyone I've ever known. And that's because of the toxicity and, a lot of bad shit that happened, right? So you may end up where you have a whole lot of room in your life for people, but you're still working through letting down your guard. And part of letting down your guard is generating dynamic confidence in yourself, knowing you're worthy of having really good communications and connections with people who see your authentic self and they like you, they love you, they support you. That's powerful when that happens. And that's all part of the work of the journey that you're on. All right. So hang in there, ask your ancestors for help, because they're there and they definitely want to help you. And that's what I got for you, group 2. I hope this resonated. If it did or it didn't, please leave me a comment in the comment section down below. I would love to hear from you guys. I hope you have a most beautiful day, and I'll see you, beautiful magical creatures, next time. Bye, guys. Hey, group 3, all of you that selected the Metaphysical Cannabis deck. This is going to be your reading all about what messages your ancestors have for you. So keep in mind, this is a general reading. It's a general session. Just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. All right. So what's going on for group 3, ancestors? What do you want to say? Okay, I'm feeling native, indigenous ancestors. I'm also feeling Egyptian, but old dynasty, okay? Old kingdom. I'm seeing Mesopotamia and like Bedouins as well. Lots of different energies here. It dropped a lot of cards, but you know what? I feel guided to take them, so I'm going to. We have truth, aura. We have solitude. We have sexuality. Joy and light. Ah. This almost feels like a love message. Community. We have celebration. I love these cards. They're so awesome. I guess they're kind of crooked for you guys. Okay. I hope that's better. All right. And we have restoration. Okay, you guys, this feels like love. This feels like a love reading from your guides. Okay. For you guys who are alone, I feel like you've been betrayed a lot. You've been taken advantage of in love. You may be with someone right now and you're just kind of like, wondering if they really care about you, like wondering if this is real. If you're alone, you're wondering if your person can even exist. And I'm feeling like you want a true connection here. And I'm feeling someone coming forward through a group, a community, okay, with hood love here. I'm feeling like we have sexuality, incredible levels of chemistry, restoration, joy, and light. Like this is a very high vibe connection, okay? Very high vibe, deep and hot, like real chemistry. Some of you guys have never felt this before because I feel like you guys really haven't felt a lot of true love here, a lot of appreciation, love that is, you know, not unrequited love. I think you've loved people who haven't loved you back. Okay. All right. Let's get a couple cards from the Romance Angels. Tell me about it. Tell me about group 3 and this love. I figured love was going to come forward for one of the groups. Okay. This could be the one, and getting to know each other. So for some of you, you're with somebody that you're getting to know. You may have known them for a while. Sorry, my hair is on the table. You may have known them for a while, but there's still layers of you being revealed, or layers of themselves being revealed. And I think it's because you've been hurt so much, and you've been in so many toxic or dysfunctional relationships that you're not really sure how a real, like a normal healthy relationship is supposed to be. So I'm seeing like an onion peeling back layers. It's like you're exposing layers of yourself at a time because you're afraid. You're afraid that this person is too good to be true, or this person, it's not real, they're lying. For some of you, they haven't come in yet. It's different for everybody. Give me another card here on this love. Okay. We have very soon. Okay, you guys. So if you're single, there's someone coming in very soon for you. And I'm smiling. I can't help but smile. Oops, I dropped some cards. Anyway, I can't help but smile about this person. This person's going to make you so happy. I feel a lot of joy and light. I feel they're very playful. I think they'll really lighten up your energy. There's a lot of colors here. I think their aura is very bright. And I'm feeling like with this heart here, it's like they're coming in to help you heal and learn to trust again. Okay. And I feel like this person is going to genuinely care about you. And you may spend some time getting to know them, but I feel like you're both going to feel it when you meet each other. Okay. But you both might play it cool. I think they'll play it cool. Aquarius energy here I'm feeling with this card, restoration. I feel like they may be playing it cool because they want to earn your trust. Okay, you're playing it cool because you're terrified that they're going to break your heart, that it's too good to be true, that this person's lying, because there's such incredible attraction. And for some of you, I feel like you are segmenting off like your desire, your carnality, your sexuality, because you don't really want to give anyone access to that anymore who doesn't have your good intentions. But the thing is with this person, they pick up on that vibe anyway. And I feel like they're going to think, or they already think, that you're very sensual and sexy, just like sitting in a chair. So you think you're segmenting it off, but you're really not. They feel it. They know it, okay? You're going to get got, group 3, if you already haven't, okay? This one flipped over. We have the Ten of Swords. Yeah, I feel that. I feel that. That's just like being backstabbed, betrayed, walked on, treated like garbage, taken advantage of. And I feel like you're done with that. That this person's not going to do that anymore. That's over. That's the past. And what's healing here is the baggage from the past. They want to earn your trust. 3 of Wands. Okay, yeah. They're scoping out how to approach you if they haven't approached you yet. They're feeling you out. If you're in a relationship with this person, they've already thought about future plans. They've already thought about it. Okay, they're putting one foot in front of the other, and they're really just waiting on you to feel more secure, on you to feel like know that you can trust them, know that they're your person, and kind of opening up these deeper layers of your sensuality, of your sexuality, of your personality, like letting them through. There's like a floodgate here. I'm feeling a floodgate opening of more depth of you if you're with this person. If you're not with this person, they want to be able to come in and be the person who really gets the real you. Okay, not hidden by fear. They don't want you to be afraid of what's going to happen because they already have really good long-term intentions here. We have the Five of Swords, and I feel your energy almost like it's fighting it. Like you're resisting it, and you're resisting it because you're afraid you're going to get your heart broken. I understand that, but what's worth having is worth gambling on. It's worth risking it. You know, it's worth taking the risk to get the love you've always wanted, but it is going to require you to be more vulnerable. You're going to have to open up to this person, okay? And I feel like, you know, you can't force it. And they don't want to force it. They don't want to force it. They don't want you to feel like you have to do this. They want you to want to, okay? That's a whole other thing. And I feel like some of you are like, well, they're going to have to inspire it. Here's the King of Pentacles. Oh, they're going to inspire it. This person feels like they're going to be very successful with you. Like this is going to be a very grounded and healing relationship. And this King of Pentacles, look at this dude. They get what they want. And they have a lot of self-control. But there's intense focus in this card. Very focused, okay? And they're holding their pinnacle. You're their pinnacle. That's what they want. They want you. And they're willing to do the work. They love that you're complicated. They love that this is not easy. They love that they have to earn your trust because they feel the depth within you. Your very deep soul. And you don't get this way just because. Like you're the way you are with having distance with people and having a hard time opening up because you have been taken advantage of so much. And this person doesn't want you to ever feel like they're going to take advantage of you. They want you to enjoy being in love with them. And I'm hearing someone say, like, I'm going to make you fall in love with me. I'm going to make you want to marry me. I'm going to make you want to be with me. Just, you know, and I don't think they have to make you. It's more like they want to inspire you to feel the freedom, to want them that way. And this love can be very freeing, okay? But you have to trust. You have to trust yourself. This really is, when you learn to trust another, you're really learning to trust yourself again. And learning to trust that you can make good decisions that are in your best interest and that not everybody is necessarily out to hurt you or get you. And it's hard, though, when it's happened so much, right? It is. It's hard to say, well, they're not going to mess me over. Well, you know, every time I've said that, it's happened. But you're not the same person you were. I think you've spent, even if you're with somebody, you've spent some time alone in solitude. Like you've gotten to know yourself. Even though you're still dealing with some fear, you've gotten to know who you are. And that is leaps and bounds ahead of a lot of people. I think you know what your issues are. And I just think you need to open up a little bit more to this. I feel like you are hot and you just don't even know it. At least to this person. It doesn't matter how you feel, it's how they feel. We have the King of Cups here as well. So Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. So this energy is emotional. They're romantic. They want to share that with you. They may not be that way with everyone, but they want to share that with you because you're special. You're special. I feel a past life here. So I'm feeling like I want to draw some past life cards here. Where are my... Those aren't here. Okay, we're going to do these. Let's pull a little on this past life. Tell me about this past life. Tell me about this past life. The War of the Roses, wishes fulfilled. Tell me more about this past life. I feel someone who married, like a big age gap. I'm seeing like a male energy who is big person, big guy, with a beard, one of those like little beanie looking hats, striped, like velvet striped clothes. This feels like, I want to say like the Renaissance or the Dark Ages. This is a lonely soul. and there's money here. And I feel like they met the feminine energy, and it was like they had a reinvigoration of their life. Like they wanted to be alive again, like they enjoyed life. And you were a gift to them. Take what resonates here, flip the story. And now they want to be a gift to you in this life. That's what this was designed to be. Someone to come in and give you new vitality, give you renewed energy to where life becomes more enjoyable and more pleasurable. Okay. And I feel like they want to spend a lot of time with you. They want to spend a lot of time with you. Even though it may be difficult right now, they want to spend a lot of time with you. And we have Uriel and the Sphinx. I'm hearing riddle me this, reflection. Okay, for some of you guys, this is like your divine counterpart, your twin with this reflection card, okay? Coming in at a very important time in your life where you're learning to trust, you're learning that you don't have to be alone, and they are going to feel like a wish fulfilled, and that's what is so unnerving. You feel like a wish fulfillment to them. Like you're, and I don't like to use the word perfect, but to them, you're like exactly what they want in somebody, like exactly. And so it feels like a wish fulfillment. It feels like that what they've been trying to manifest. Okay, there is a past life connection here, Uriel and the Sphinx, and I feel the big energy and the smaller energy coming together. Okay, you may have had a past life together. Well, I'm feeling like in Egypt, definitely. When I get this card, I always think about Egypt. And for some of you, there's something about the Sphinx. I'm also seeing Bastet. I'm seeing Hathor. I'm seeing the underworld goddess. I'm seeing the crocodile god as well. So you may have been involved in those cults, or you may have been an important person around that time. And again, I'm feeling the same energy of like you came into their life at a certain time, and you felt like a gift. Now, the Egyptian one feels like that you guys were ripped apart by war. So there was loss of the male energy in war. So it feels like in this lifetime, you're being given the opportunity to be together. This energy is being given the opportunity to help you heal so that you can do the work you came here to do in the first place. Okay, this person is going to help you grow in your confidence. They're going to help you grow in your gifts, and they're going to help you feel more invigorated about life and excited, like having new passion about life. So this is a wonderful connection, and your ancestors want you to know that this is coming for you, and they want you to ask them for help in making this happen, help in learning to trust, help in opening up to other people, help in the areas of discernment and knowing who to trust, who not to trust, what's good for you, what's not good for you, leaning into their divine wisdom. And some of you already have like a lot of ancestors around you that are guiding you, and this is just something that's come forward as validation that your person is manifesting. Okay, and for some of you, this is validation that the person you're with, they're your person, they're your twin, they're your important soulmate, whatever label you want to put on it. It's all labels, and humans are big with labels, but for me, I find like labels don't exactly fit the energy that we're talking about, because we're talking about someone who feels like your own soul, but a little different. You know, they're interesting, but there's a similar kind of energy. There's like a magnetic pull that pulls you two together. And it's hard to put a label on something like that. So, all right, group 3, that's what I got for you. I hope this resonated. If it did or it didn't, please leave me a comment in the comment section down below. I would love to hear from you guys. I hope you have a most beautiful day, and I'll see you, beautiful magical creatures, next time. Bye, guys.